Hi, good morning. Happy Monday. How is everyone doing? Today we are going to be doing some messages. We are going to hopefully have good messages, but we're going to have some messages. But before we do that, there is a poll. If you'd like to vote, it is up for 10 minutes. We can pick between the sci fi tarot or the horror tarot. So they are, if you remember, they are this one, the sci fi tarot, or the horror tarot. Either one of these. So the poll is up for the next 10 minutes. So feel free to cast your votes. Also, good morning. How is everyone? How was your weekend? Let me know. Hello, Apothic and Elsie. How are you both? How was your weekend? I hope it was good. Good job on getting your adulting done early, your groceries. Hopefully, they are things that you enjoy eating. Or else, why would you buy them? Why would you spend your hard earned money on them? I'm going to tie my hair up real quick because I no longer want it down. It was a weekend. I'm sure. I'm sure it was. I apologize in advance. I might talk about the weekend a little bit, but I'm okay. It was a rough weekend for a couple of non-personal reasons. There was some stuff going on in the household, but we're making up for it today. So all's Gucci, all's well. You got Rally's fries, yay! Please enjoy them for me. Please enjoy them for my sake as well, if you want to. Have some extra on behalf of me. I think that charged enough. I always forget to charge my headphones, and then I'm like, why aren't my headphones charged? And then they die in the middle of stuff, and then the cable to charge them is really short, so I have to basically, like, have it like this. I'll put them in the toast. Hell yeah, Dino Nuggies. I found my people. Thank you so much. I love me some Dino Nuggies. So, we're going to get into messages in a few minutes. But please tell me how your weekend was if you feel like sharing anything. Because once we get into messages, I would like to just discuss what's going on in the messages. It's not that we can't talk about other things, just in relation to the messages, I like to kind of keep it consistent. Not any distractions, major distractions, I mean. Let's see, where are we at the poll? I see. Okay. 1 and 2. So we got horror at 67 votes, 6-7. And then horror is at, or sorry, sci-fi is at 1 vote, horror is at 2. Okay. You got it. Horror Tarot is my favorite of the two decks, but the Sci-Fi Tarot does have a pretty interesting reflection for me. So, like, when you were talking about astrology, I have a 12th house Aquarius, and so sci fi and aliens and all that, very much to do with Aquarius energy, and also the 12th house being like subconscious fears and like enemies and stuff like that. It's a good way for me to tap into my subconscious self. So it's good for messages for that reason. But 8th house themes are like sex, death, and taxes, and horror themes I feel like fall under that a little bit. So I have an 8th house Pluto, so I'm very like I'm getting something from it either way. It's just the way that the energies shift and how you read the energies is a little different, but it's good messages nonetheless. It's solid messages nonetheless. I do appreciate though that there is a great love for the horror deck though, because it is of the two one of my favorites because Godzilla's in that deck. And Godzilla should be in any deck, honestly, but he's there. Made an appointment to tour college campus down south on Friday. Ooh. Well, I wish you all the best with that. Hopefully, it aligns with you the best of what you want out of it. And we're sending you good vibes. Oh no. I do not like having an upset tummy. I will send good vibes to Winston as well. I understand not wanting to have an upset tummy. I can't get anything done when I have an upset tummy. I tend to look very upset when I have an upset tummy. It's the one of the worst things. That and neck pain. Neck pain, stomach pain, can't do either one. So this weekend, at my house, they almost finished the roof. However, a lot of the parts that they use to repair the roof are still outside on my front porch, basically. Um, so Virgos are also, yeah. I mean, yeah, Virgo in medical astrology rules the intestines, um, and the digestive system. So I love astrology. Also, if you have Cancer placements, like I do, I have one Cancer moon. Cancer also rules the stomach. So if you are a Virgo with a Cancer placement, you probably have some crazy stomach problems or stomach related issues. It probably is, yes. Yeah. Cancer in medical astrology rules the breasts and stomach of the body. It also rules over fluids. Virgo rules over the digestive tract. So having a combination of the two is crazy. Very, very insane. Now, I'm not like licensed in medicine whatsoever, but when I read medical astrology and my understanding of the body, because I do a lot of reading, um because the I think all Virgos have a slight like hypochondriac issue where we're like, am I dying? Let me Google that. Um so I know some things of how the body works, but not enough. And just based on what I've read, I'm like, every time I meet an Aries placement and they're like, I have headaches a lot. I'm like, Aries rules the head. I would understand that. All right, so let's see where that poll is at real quick. Don't want to take too much time away from what we're doing today. Mobile, what are you doing? It looks like we're pretty much going to do horror tarot. Because the poll's almost over, and we only got one vote for sci-fi, two for horror. So it's looking like we're doing horror. Not a problem. I do like the horror deck. I'm just like, why do I bother asking? I know what y'all want. But it is nice to have the choice to say, what would you get? It was hard to choose, really. I'm surprised. Have a phantom. You know what? Maybe in the future we'll do more messages during stream, and we'll do like a one that's a horror day and then one that's a sci-fi tarot day. Maybe we'll see how we're feeling. Because also doing messages takes quite a bit of energy. So because I stream 3 days a week, I have like a ritual after stream where I do certain like self care things just to make sure that I'm alive. Um, and so, specifically on Mondays, it is a little bit more exhausting. So, doing tarot readings is kind of exhausting. Doing streaming, kind of exhausting. But not in a negative way. Just, it is what it is. It's tiring, but in a fun way. Like you go to. Should I switch it up? Like, do some messages with sci fi, some with horror? I'm fine with either one. Um, okay, so we're gonna get started on messages. There is rules. There are rules, but they're really just generalized rules for the sake of just when you're getting a reading, whether it's me doing the Monday messages or not, uh, we're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to talk about medical stuff. Um, that includes pregnancy, legal stuff. Whether you're requesting a reading from me or there's a commentary on what's going on in the message, uh, we could do that, yeah. Um, so for the first message, I'm going to do Horror Tarot, and we'll see how we feel afterwards. Um, yeah, but it's not an excuse to like it's not a therapy session. We're doing messages to kind of help us understand, like, it's sort of like I didn't journal yesterday, so what can this tarot message maybe help me learn to journal? Or what can I fixate on in my journaling if I don't know what to journal about today? That's how I like to look at tarot readings. I don't like to take them, like, so serious that I am throwing myself off the deep end because I used to do that, and I think a lot of people do. A lot of people did, a lot of people do. So I want to just say this is for entertainment. This is not meant to drive you up the wall. So if you don't get a message, if it doesn't make sense to you, that's okay. Maybe another one will. Um, but again, if you are needing to reflect on what this message is and like, you don't really know what this message is until later and you want to check it out, it will be on YouTube much later today. Much later meaning I will try to upload this as soon as I'm done with stream, but I do have plans later today, so I don't know how fast we're gonna be able to accomplish that, but it will be there. Feel free to check out. You can also check out my previous Monday streams, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna switch over and see what the fuck is going on in the collective this week. We're not gonna roll any dice and see whose messages we're doing first. We're just gonna pull on the energy and see. So let's go. Let's get started. All right, Horror Tarot, one of my favorite decks of all times. What was on the bottom from last time? Four of Pentacles. What a start. One second. One second. One second. I was ready and then I wasn't. Okay. Alright, so we are getting started with the Horror Tarot. Remember to take what resonates in these messages. If you don't know what that means, that essentially just means that if a message makes sense to you to an extent, but not the rest of it, or there's something in the message that makes sense, but you're just like, I don't think it makes sense in the context of what Val is saying, but it makes sense, I don't know how to like sit with it, just sit with it. Okay, I can read the cards, I can read a situation based on my own understanding of situations that I've personally been through. I understand energy based on the emotional connection that I'm getting from it. So whatever emotional energy I'm getting for it, I'm just going to kind of describe the situation based on that, and we'll see where it goes from there. Take what resonates just means don't push yourself too hard if it doesn't make sense to you. If you're disappointed that you didn't feel like you got a message today, I do have channel point messages, but I might be removing them soon because of the bits thing that, I know it's channel points versus bits, but I'm saying this because I don't know what Twitch is doing with the bits right now in terms of selling merch and selling products and stuff like that. So I might have to remove the channel point stuff temporarily just because I don't want to get flagged or anything. It probably won't affect me. They're probably not looking at channel points for that, but it's making me a little bit nervous. But if you want to for the time being, you can, but it won't be there forever is what I'm saying. Okay. So for our messages, we're going to keep them general. There aren't going to be any love messages for the collective unless I'm seeing that in the energy. We're going to take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's see whose message comes first. Okay. It's a lot, but I noticed that we had a particular card face down. I flipped it over immediately, and usually I like to wait and see what the other messages are first, but something kind of tells me that we're not going to waste any time today, and I don't want to waste any time today. Mm. So let's keep these two on the side. They're court cards. There's nothing wrong with the court cards because we do have a court card here, and we have a major arcana. I think like this is kind of ringing in sort of like it feels a little bit like it's asking the collective, and this I'm going to say just because the hermit card is here, this is for the mutable sign collective. So if you were a Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, or Sagittarius placement in your big three, you could have all four of them. Sun, Moon, Rising, or your chart ruler, however you want to kind of talk about that with yourself. There's I kind of heard the words attention span, but I don't think it's necessarily an attention span issue. I think what I'm seeing here is more like your intentions towards things being super fixated on one particular thing. Like you only have capacity for a very tunnel vision ideology. And I feel like there's some sense of like you're seeing a tunnel vision version of something, like you're fixating in a tunnel vision way because you feel like you're so very close to it, or that you've come across people who relate to you in this situation, or they understand what you're going through, or they at least are building what you're building in some capacity, even if it's not exactly what you're building, and of course it never is. It's never the same stuff, but you definitely feel some sense of alignment, mutable signs. The people and things around you are showing you that alignment, but that alignment, and you see like the sun behind the hermit here, and the sun behind the suit of pentacles here, the two of pentacles, my bad. It's kind of like you're having like this revelation sort of, but I get the sense that this revelation is coming at the cost of you being very overwhelmed by it, and almost to a point where you're kind of forgetting other things that are important to you in terms of how you got to this point. Now, let's say let's say you're disconnected from a relationship or a friendship, or I mean, a relationship can cover many things, and it doesn't have to be a relationship, but we're going to use that as an example. Because when it comes to cups and it comes to Two of Pentacles, I'm kind of getting like the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles is kind of like this honoring of two well-intended energies coming towards each other, but I'm also sensing that both energies are very closed off. And because of that, you're having to remember that the things that you're seeing in the people and situations around you, all the good and the bad of it, is a reflection of the energy that you are intending outward. And it doesn't have to mean that you have to change anything. It's just kind of saying that, like, keep check of yourself as you're going towards things where you're meeting people who maybe aren't sharing as much as you, or maybe you're not willing to share with them. Sort of like I kind of get like I'm in this room and meeting people because we're all networking for the same purpose. Don't miss out on connections just because you are interested in the networking. Because just because you do have the same ideologies, the same goals in mind, you might not have the same goals in mind in 5 years. And this person, or this, and I'm getting the sense it might be a person or just generally people that you're meeting, might just be good connections to have, not just for the sake of what you're trying to accomplish. So don't look over people's intentions right now. I don't really think that mutable signs are doing that exactly. I think it's really just about we can be in our own headspaces. Sometimes we get kind of caught up in what we're doing, and we kind of miss cues, social cues. We miss things that aren't really obvious to us. So I might be telling you to slow down, Two of Pentacles might be telling you to slow down, manage your time a little bit better so you can kind of just have these conversations, get to know people, or connect with situations that, you know, to just a very general surface level, you might not feel a strong connection towards either, but kind of give them that chance to see what they unfold as. Give yourself an open mind to what that chance might be. Don't be too emotionally disconnected from what's to come, because it might actually help you regulate what's to come and how to manage it going forward. That is the message for the mutable signs. That's a solid message, I believe. I'm going to have to sit with that personally as a heavily mutable person myself, because I don't really get that I'm getting that right now in my personal life, but it is maybe the point of that message, is that maybe you're not feeling this message right now, but maybe later in the week you will. Maybe later in the week you'll meet somebody and they won't catch your attention, because it's not about romantic attention or just having to be a personal connection. It might just be that you are not able to see the forest for the trees. I'm kind of probably using that phrase wrong, but I get the sense that it will make sense if it's supposed to make sense later on. If it doesn't make sense now, that's okay, because today is Moon Day. You're supposed to sit with your energies, sit with your feelings. That's why we do Monday messages. It's not because it's just the beginning of the week. It's because it's a good time for you to sit with the energy that you have, plus whatever energy is coming through in these messages. Take only what resonates, though. Don't force it. So that is our mutable sign messages. We're probably going to move on to fixed signs and cardinal signs. I'm thinking of doing intentional messages for the cardinal and fixed signs. So maybe we can do like maybe we can do like a switch up, maybe sci-fi for cardinal or sci-fi for fixed. It doesn't really matter to me. Messages are messages, but we will at least get one more message with Horror Tarot. We'll just see whose it is. We'll just see whose it is. Boop. Oh my goodness. Who's this message for? Girl, that is a lot of cards. And they all went that way, sideways. Okay, so this is definitely going to be fixed sign energy. So if you are a Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio sun, moon, or rising in your big three, or you could use this as your chart ruler. You could use this as any placement you feel very connected with, as long as it is fixed signs. You're really, really, really putting in the work. You're really, really putting in the work, and you're almost suffering over it. Why am I getting 5 cards per reading? Or maybe there's a message in there about 5 cards per reading. You're really putting in the work, well-intended work. Very strong, like, conversations are happening. You're like, I feel like this is like a collaboration of some sort, but it's a collaboration not because the two of you worked well together, but because you want to work well together. This could be a job, this could be 2 people, this could be a friendship, this could be a boss, this could be any other person or energy that means a lot to you and you mean a lot to it. It's something that it's a workflow, and it's a lot of new ideas and a lot of shared like interest. Yeah, the numerology of 5 is going to be important this week, I can tell you already, because why are we getting 5s? We got 5 cards last time, we got 5 cards this time. I will say with the numerology thing is that being a number 5 and your life path number is different than numerology of, say, getting angel numbers that are 555. So feel free to do your own research on that. For me personally, when I look at numerology, I think of numerology within the respect of tarot. And 5s are generally a shift is happening, but it's not an immediate shift. When you're seeing 5s, it's about a transition where you're leaving something behind so you can, like, it's literally just when you're, your parents are dropping you off to college, you have to cry and say your goodbyes, but you're going to college, so you have to understand the transition of that, the sorrow of leaving your parents behind, but the beauty and joy of what's to come in your college experiences. And in this particular energy for fixed signs, I'm getting kind of a sense that you're having ideas about what it means to work together on something. And a lot of like inspired energy is happening. It's like very like kinetic and very like there's a lot of synergy, and like it's just a great energy to have with another person, or maybe an idea that you're having, or maybe your higher self is like talking to you. I do feel almost as though there's still a bit of selfishness in this energy, though, that you're not quite there yet. So get your ideas and soak them up and sit with them a little bit, because I feel like you are the type of person to overthink the way your ideas are coming together, and the way that you get to your ideas might be a lot of suffering as well. There's Godzilla. It might be a lot of suffering that you're going through just to get to these ideas. So when you start having more ease of access to those ideas, don't just jump the gun and start working on them. That ease and that transition of what it means to finally be in a safe space to work on your ideas might bring up some things that those ideas can help kind of bring out, and you're going to need to take your time and really like. And I don't know what that really connects with for you, fixed signs, but I get sort of a vibe here that the creativity that you're having is maybe connected to something else that that you're not really going to expect, and it might throw you off in an unexpected way. And nothing's really saying that it's fully unexpected. You might be expecting it, but I think what it is expected, but the way that it affects you might not be. So really give yourself the capacity to just allow your creativity to be creativity for right now. Just play. Don't turn it into anything right now. Just play until you're feeling extra safe to continue that process, okay? Because play is not supposed to be about work immediately after. It's not, oh, well, I played long enough, let me just go back to what I no. Play. Just have fun. Just enjoy yourself. Find joy in what you're doing so you can connect with it on a deeper level, because that deeper level is going to help you kind of get ready for what the next step is. It's like grounding yourself in what it means to be comfortable in this energy, whatever it can mean. I do feel like you're getting new ideas. Maybe there's a conversation that will inspire you. Maybe it's someone that you work with. Maybe that it's someone you have worked with. I get the sense that this is a collaboration of ideas between two people, but I don't get the strongest sense that it has to be that you are collaborating with another person, because a collaboration doesn't always have to be a full set of work between two people. It can just be you get inspired by another person, you watch something and you get inspired, you connect on some level that helps you connect deeper with yourself. And fixed signs, I know you guys like to connect deeper with yourselves all the time. So, as far as that message goes, I'm not getting a really strong sense of depth to this, other than let it heal you wherever it needs to heal you. Don't be picky about if it needs to, if your healing is like, oh, well, I healed that already, I thought. Don't do that to yourself. Allow yourself to play as a child, but allow yourself to heal as a child as well. If there is something that's not inner child about this for you, that's something more adult and something more serious, I do get the sense that it's still healing something inner child for you, just maybe not in the space that it's in. I'm getting sort of like this doesn't have to be a direct representation. I'm getting sort of a sense of like healing something an ex did, or maybe there was a memory of an ex, or maybe there's a memory of someone that you were once with, and it's showing you your path and how you've come after the things that have come after, and how that's helped you grow, and maybe there's some stepping stone in there that's helping you to your next step here. I'm not sure if that makes sense, and I'm not sure how it's going to correlate for you, but feel free to take it as it resonates for this week ahead. So we're going to move on to cardinal signs because we just did fixed. I'm going to actually switch over to the Sci-Fi Tarot just for the sake of our one Sci-Fi Tarot because I think that it's good to switch it up anyway. So the cardinal signs, thank you again, Pisces, are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. With that, I will also continue to say that you can use your chart ruler. If you don't know what your chart ruler is, I'm going to use myself as an example. I am a Pisces rising. Pisces is ruled by two planets, Neptune and Jupiter. Neptune is considered a generational planet, so I don't go looking at my Neptune placement very much, but my Neptune is in Capricorn, so I could maybe look at this message for myself. My Jupiter, however, is in Leo, so that's a fixed sign. So when you're looking at your chart ruler, you're just going to look at whatever sign your chart is ruled by. So Pisces rising, first house, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. If you are a Scorpio or Aries rising, then you're ruled by Mars. You look at your Mars sign. If you are Capricorn or Aquarius rising, you look at your Saturn, things like that. All right. Some people say for Aquarius, you also look at your Uranus. But who's looking at Uranus? Who's looking at Uranus? Who? Who's looking at it? Anyways. All right. So we're going to move on to Sci-Fi Tarot. I actually wanted to use a Sci-Fi Tarot today. And I figure why not close off with the Sci-Fi Tarot. Exactly, thank you. I love a good butt joke, and I love a good follow-up with actual medical knowledge, thank you. Thank you for that. Alright, let's take a sippy. Okay. So, Sci-Fi Tarot, same thing. It's the same guy, by the way. The same person who made the Horror Tarot also made the Sci-Fi. I bought the Sci-Fi Tarot first because I love sci-fi. And I love, like, how each card looks like an old poster from a sci-fi movie. But then I bought the Horror Tarot because Amazon kept recommending it to me. And I was like, damn, okay. It's really hard to not like both of them. And yes, both decks are very cool. Okay. So this is going to be for cardinal signs and cardinal signs only. Take what resonates. If you are not a cardinal sign placement, that's okay. If you still resonate with this not being a cardinal sign placement, then maybe you do have more cardinal signs than you thought. Oh yes, please do. I would love to see that. I think you can tell a lot about a person by the tarot decks that they have. I do have other decks as well. I will hopefully show them off in the future. Before we play Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow, I will likely do that. Oh yeah, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG? Now with the free expanded trial up to Shadowbringers. However the fuck, I know I'm not saying that whole thing right. Alright. So, cardinal signs. Take what resonates. Don't force the message to fit. You will know how and when it fits for you for this week. Feel free to sit with it. Take only what resonates. You've never tried let me tell you about it. It's our message, cardinal signs. Goodness. I'm not accepting that. Eight of Pentacles again. We had Eight of Pentacles on our last message. And we have 5 cards. Okay. And 2 8s, if that's important to anyone. So, Ayo is right. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. Again, we had that as our bottom card for the first message. And the Eight of Pentacles was in that message, the second message as well. The moon is on top. Okay. I'm going to just do something that I'm going to say I think more tarot readers do this than they say they do. But I'm going to look at my book. If you can't see it, it is Guided Tarot for Seamless Readings by Stephanie Capone. And I think that any tarot reader that tells you that they don't refer to any notes or books or Googling about what cards mean because they forget, if they say they don't do that, they're lying. There is no way you don't forget a little bit. This book, I recommend. It's like $10 off Amazon, and I'm sure you can find it in bookstores. It's a really good, like, shorthand of what does this card mean. Now, the reason I'm looking into it is because the Page of Pentacles in reverse is kind of stumping me. I just saw it and I went, I have no idea what that's saying. I can look at the rest of the message and say, I know what it's saying, but that first one is throwing me the fuck off. And if the first one's throwing you off, it's going to throw off the whole message, IMO. Now, I'm sure because of what you're saying, Pisces, you have your own distinct idea of what's being said, but and I'd love to hear your thoughts later. So the upright meanings of the Page of Pentacles, according to this book. Upright meanings manifestation, solid beginnings. The reverse key means procrastinations and lacking a solid plan. And you know what? That's kind of what I got from it. Like, I got some sense of, like, you have it, but you're not doing anything with it. There's a lot of, like, ego and pouring your ego into your work and not really... Let me fix that. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how, like, messed up it looked. There's a lot of what feels like you're fighting your own ego to get work done, and it's making it harder for you to actually connect with the work that you're doing and trying to get done. And I don't really know what's causing that necessarily for the cardinal signs. I feel like it's a combination of what you're hoping to accomplish versus what actually looks like is happening. You're not trusting the process of what you're doing. You're kind of letting yourself getting in your own head a lot, which definitely sounds like something a cardinal sign would do. But I also think that, like, there's maybe a little bit of a reason for it because of this Eight of Wands. You're overwhelmed. Point blank, you're overwhelmed. But I think also, like, there's this energy with the moon that, like, I don't know what's overwhelming me because nothing really has changed in your schedule, cardinal signs. Your life is not that much different. It's always been consistent. Your routine's always been consistent, but you are feeling really down about it for some reason. You're feeling really like you're betraying yourself a little bit. And so it's making you want to move away from what you're doing and do it in a new way because it's about efficiency for a lot of you. I feel like with cardinal signs, it's a lot of an efficiency, like, issue. Because I know for me, I have a cardinal moon, right? And I get in my own head about, am I doing this the right way? Am I doing this efficiently? Am I making the best out of what I can? And that is your ego tripping you up and getting in the way. And that's kind of what the Strength card is. You have to be in control of your own ego. That's the only thing you really have control of, your ego. Not because your ego isn't trying to save you. Your ego's trying to protect you. But your ego's trying to protect you from something that isn't really a threat. You are your own threat. You're just criticizing the process of what's happening because it hasn't fully been realized yet. And you do have a lot going on, so you can't really see things that well to begin with. So kind of give yourself a chance to kind of step back and realize how much you're dealing with and understand that, like, of course you can't see what you're doing. There's too much going on. Of course not. Of course you can't see the progress that you're making. And also, the Four of Wands, underneath that. There's a lot of good that's coming in. I think that it's just really hard to see like how you play into your own success and how you can be proud of yourself, because I think this is a little bit of a pride issue too. You're a little too proud to admit that maybe you're kind of throwing yourself off the deep end here. I do want to say with this like procrastination and like strength and the Eight of Pentacles, I get sort of this sense that with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, that you might feel like you're dropping the ball, and you are, but that's because you feel like you're dropping the ball when you're not. And so it's a vicious fucking cycle that you're being asked to take this week to get in the headspace to move on from. Whatever you do this weekend, don't focus on your progress, don't focus on your work, focus on why the fuck are you being hard on yourself? Because it's not something, and you knew when you started, it's not something that happens overnight. It's not even something that happens in a couple weeks. And the months seem slow as fuck. I get it, because I'm also a cardinal sign. But it takes time for a reason. So you have all these eights here, you have all these fives here. Eights in tarot also have to do with a sense of process, as you can tell by the Eight of Pentacles and the Strength. But when we have like the Eight of Swords, the process is you constantly going through your thought process and you kind of going through a loop. The Eight of Pentacles is a routine as well. Strength is a routine of handling your ego, handling your own, like, challenging yourself to not challenge yourself so much. The Moon card's interesting because it's kind of pouring into that whole, like, you don't know what's going to happen. And part of you that knows that also knows that even if you planned for the nothing that you know, you're still not going to know. And so you're kind of just pouring a lot into an empty void when you really need to be pouring into yourself, the ways that it makes sense to. How can I look at this week and say, what can I do best this week? And if all you can do best this week is not do anything strenuous and not push yourself to believe that you're doing nothing, to not be hard on yourself about, oh, I'm procrastinating, oh this, oh that. The areas that you could be less hard on yourself will help you have the energy to actually get work done when you actually get work done. Because I think the process that happens is that I'll be really, like, for me, I'll be really hard on myself about what I accomplish in a day. And then I'll be so stressed because I did that to myself that I won't get anything done, and I'll feel even worse by the end of the week because I just kept that cycle going. And really, you have to start today. Don't worry about it. If you can't get it done, don't worry about it. And that's it. That's the message. Take this week to remove yourself from how you've been spending your time hurting yourself. Okay. Alright, we're going to put this book away, but I definitely recommend it. It's like $10 on Amazon, or probably like $15 at your local bookstore. It says $17.99. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was so loud. Probably. I don't know, actually. You tell me. So we have, like, I'll have like a bag of chips occasionally, and I have a chip clip here, and that's what you heard fall. I am so sorry for the noise, but that's the message, okay? So glad we pulled out the Sci-Fi Tarot for a nice call out, because that was for me. The other messages were for me, but that definitely slapped me in the face. I was like, okay, damn. Because my first thought, because, like, Luna gets home early today, so I was just like, my first thought was like, so after stream I won't have any time to get anything done. And I'm like, well, I said that to her, and she's like, what do you need to get done? Do you have readings open? And I said, no, I just wanted to get some other stuff done. I wanted to start writing my scripts for the work that I'm doing and that I'm going to be planning for June. And she's just like, yeah, but that's not till June, and it's May 11th. You can take the day off. I'm like, okay. Now all of China knows you have what kind of Doritos, though? That's my question. Yes, we do have a Discord. Thank you, Pisces. That will let you know when I'm streaming, and we can talk about messages or whatever. Cool Ranch is the only acceptable Dorito. That and the sweet spicy chili, but only if you share that with people, because after a while it starts to like be weird. I don't know. IMO. Okay, that is messages for this week. Feel free to sit with that, take note. Again, there is a YouTube where we can be watching our previous VODs. Most of my messages are within the first hour of stream. So if you don't want to watch the whole VOD, you can just watch the first one, and it's usually labeled by date. Or it'll just say Monday messages, date and Monday messages. You'll know which ones are the Monday. I might make a playlist just for the Monday messages. So let's kind of chill with that. We are going to just chill for now. There's going to be an ad break probably in about 10 minutes. We'll talk until then. And then we will start playing Supermarket Simulator. I know, more Supermarket. The reason for that is I still have to repair my Final Fantasy X. I did not have any time this week to do that. That's okay. And you're like, how long does that take? It's going to take a bit because I have to back up some files first, just for my own. I don't have to, but for my own safety reasons, I'm going to back up my save file so I don't lose it. And then we'll maybe get to it next week. We will continue 10. I promise. I just don't know when it's going to be. But today we're going to do more Supermarket. We're going to beat more people with baseball bats. And then tomorrow we're going to play the critically acclaimed MMORPG. We're going to continue the story on my Lalafell. Unless you really, really want to see my Hildebrand alt. But yeah, we need the green. We need the green oil, exactly. Me and Luna played the multiplayer. We have a multiplayer file that we play. So, like, the game lets you have 3 files. I have the home art file that I stream for you guys. I have a personal file that I work on just passively, listen to podcasts, autistic out, just space the fuck out. And then I have a third file that's me and hers, and we named it Feel Here Shop. Or Feel Shop, one of those. And we did multiplayer with that. And I remember we got the license for the green oil. And she was telling me, like, reading out, like, she's cashiering. And she's yelling out, go get this! Go get that! We're running out of this! Because multiplayer is also a lot faster than single player. And she starts saying, get the oil! And I was like, which one? And she goes, the green one! And I'm like, no! Trauma from having too much of it on the home art file. So it's gonna be fun. I might in the future open up home art for multiplayer if anyone has the game. You don't need to have the game. You don't need to have to play it multiplayer, but you do have the game. You're welcome to come join me. I'll post a code. We'll do that in the future though. And you can help me cashier or you can help me stock. I would say please don't beat up my customers because I did see Luna test that out last night. I unfortunately was not recording it, but apparently if you beat customers that aren't stealing, you lose 50 store points. For context, it takes 2 store points to have a single customer. She beat the equivalent of 25 customers just by beating someone who was not stealing. I would be too tempted. You guys are the same person. Because she was like, oh, can I beat this guy? I want to test something. And then we found a guy actually stealing, and she chased him out and kept wailing on him in the middle of the street. And the thing is, too, I was cashiering because we've been switching shifts and, like, I'll cashier, she'll cashier. And the day that I was cashiering, I'm looking at this guy and I could tell he's about to steal because he's doing the tells of stealing. He's, like, looking around and he's, like, he doesn't have a bag. And because all the NPCs have bags when they're going shopping. So he's clearly about to steal. And I was like, oh, that NPC's about to steal. And she's like, how do you know? I'm like, oh, he's being suspicious. And like, I was showing her the towels. And she goes, okay. And she just runs over and she starts wailing on him. And he runs out. She like grabs all the stuff in the crate and she puts it away and she follows him out. She follows him out and keeps going. Just, and I was like, are you trying to make an example out of him in front of the other customers? And she's trying not to laugh. She's like, yes. Yeah, because I'm supposed to cashier beats customers. Oh my god. I mean, listen. Yeah, she definitely did. Like, let me just say, as someone who worked retail, um, I did have at least one customer, at least one, that I said to myself, if I was the type of person to get into physical fights and also was the type of person to beat up old people, that I would choose that person. And that's horrible, but oh well. I didn't though, and that's important. That we all have someone we can think of that would be like, I'd love to beat their ass if I had the chance. But I'm not that kind of person. So we do have an ad break warning. I'm gonna go and refresh my water because the ice has melted because it's a bit warm today, and I need my ice. And that's the only kind of ice I like anyway. Fuck all other types of ice. You worked at Bath and Body Works. We had a guy come in who kept pocketing stuff in front of us while holding a conversation with us. Like, he just, like, gum. So, anyways, I said to my mom, like, I was watching him, and I'm like, my guy, you're stealing. He's like, no, it's fine. They owe this to me. Like, nobody does. Yeah, we do have the ad break coming. I'm going to be right back. We're going to start supermarket when I come back. We're going to have ice in our water. We're going to be great. We're not going to think about our real life. No, we are. We're going to do some retail therapy when we come back. Please feel free to stretch, hydrate, take care of yourself. If you need to get a snack, need to stretch, whatever you need to do. Thank you for redeeming the hydrate. I will go do that. You also hydrate. I'll be right back. Okay. You can hear me, but you probably can't see me yet. It's okay. I'm trying to fix the the screen because it was glitching on me. Hello, we're back. We're back with more Supermarket. We were gonna play 10 today, but as I said earlier, I was not feeling the potential crash out that is Final Fantasy X. So we're gonna do our best to remember to fix the file. Thank you for the welcome back. Oh yeah, the Advanced Merchant's Tale. I haven't done it yet. I want to do it so bad. Thank you for the glowy baby, by the way. I love him. Yeah, the coins. Oh. Why is it taking like 5 years to save the game? Or save the settings, rather. Oh, it's because I hadn't alt-tabbed back. So we're back at Home Art today. As you probably remember from last stream, which was yesterday, we have a cashier and we have a self-checkout helper. I don't know what else to tell you except we're gonna have to restock a lot of things. Probably, because this bitch empty. So let's see what we need. Pasta. Bread. We need everything. What the fuck? Let's go ahead and just restock what we have. And then we'll go... These men look depressed as fuck. I would be too if I worked at Home Art. Actually, I do work at Home Art. Alright, so we're definitely good on bottles of oil. Where did I have this? This is Organization Hell. The Virgo in me is not pleased. The rest of my placements do not give a shit. Very sad. Do I have anything? Nope. I do not have anything in the trunk. We are almost at 10K again, which is so nice. That means that once we hit 10K, we will be in the 10K club. I don't think I'm going to get a license for a hot minute because I don't really see a point in it. But it kind of looks like I need a little bit of everything. So we're just going to have to do a couple of trips to Demarchy. Yeah. Like, there's some things I don't even need right now, but I think I'm gonna just grab for the sake of having it. But Val, weren't you supposed to stock first? Well, we're gonna need it eventually anyway. Might as well just grab it all now while I can. Okay. This car handles terribly. Pop that open. And remind ourselves that it has limited trunk space. We do not need green oil. Don't even look at me. Don't even look at me. I don't need you. I just want you. That sounds creepy as hell. I'm so sorry. We need, like, at least one of everything. At least. Oh, yeah. Like, I want to do more of it. I haven't done the advanced. I did not forget to order the green oil. The green oil forgot to order me. Very sad time. I think with plenty of tea and coffee, I think I might just grab an extra of the honey. And an extra potato. I'm a potato. And then we'll be good. The trunk is full. Well, I'll just put it here. Because why not? I do need this. Do I have room? Yes, I do. I really don't know what to tell you. I think I have enough of everything else. Maybe. Possibly. We'll just go ahead and start refilling this. Even though... Well, the boxes disappeared. Or did I delete them? I don't remember if I actually got rid of them or not. Now you're a menace and leaving kind messages. That's what a menace does? Yeah, I was about to say, is that really your definition? Also, Carpet Lady can go to hell. That's all I'm gonna say. Carpet Lady can go to hell, and she can stay there, and she probably does, and she probably lives there forever. I can't. I don't know if I dislike her or the genie more. That and the sword lady at the end. I don't like either one of them. Both of them can suck it. Suck what? Not saying. Okay. Sword lady is very mean. I don't like mean people. This is day something. What day are we on? How many days have I been doing Supermarket Simulator now? On stream. I will not hire a restocker right now. You want to be the sword lady? That's fair. She is very hot. I'd want to be her too. Oh yeah, that's very true as well. I like her headpiece also. She is very cool. Generally very cool. The bees. I also got Luna very, very, very into TCG Shop Simulator. You guys have seen me stream that occasionally. She found some additional stuff that isn't available on the Steam store, if you get what I'm saying. And it makes the game much more fun for her, which I'm super happy about. But also she gives me a hard time about it a little bit. She's like, I can't believe I work a retail job and now I'm excited to come home and play a game about having a retail job. And I'm like, isn't it fun? It's the best part of these games is that you don't want to think about it that way, but you do. Do I have eggs? I think I have plenty of the small eggs. The genie is okay. The genie I just recently started getting used to. I didn't understand the boat mechanic very well, and then I realized how it works, and now it's fine. Like, I think he's pretty easy in comparison to the carpet and sword lady, but I still don't have to like either one of them. They all suck. But it's fun. Like, it's a lot of like choose your own adventure stuff, which I like that, so I tolerate it. Why do I have... Oh, that's why. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Are you fucking serious, my guy? One thing left in the box. Are we serious right now? Maybe I should check my prices. No, not that. I can take out a loan. I'm not gonna do that. For the sake of all that is good and holy, I don't take out loans on this file. I took out a loan on a different file, and then it ended up being I took out multiple loans, and then I was so overwhelmed by the stress of paying back the loans that I ended up starting that file completely over because I was that overwhelmed by it. I forgot cereal! It's okay. Wait, no, I didn't. Lies. I lied. I didn't forget cereal. I do need to get more rice, though. I think I was about to put more rice in the trunk and realized I didn't have any trunk space. I also need to get more moussaka while I'm over there. Oh, look, rice. It was in here all along. I lied to you. I lied to you all. Alright, rice goes here. Did I put up potatoes? I did. Okay. Sushi. Are we good on sushi? I think we're good on sushi. Not really. products must be the same. Bitch, they are the same. Instantly lost where I had that. We're good on green oil, at least. We're so good on green oil for like a minute. We're so good on that. Okay, I think that we might need to go get more cheese, maybe? The regular cheese and some... Wait, do we have butter? If you're wondering, these are conversations I have with myself even outside of stream. Because I'm just... Are we real right now? I don't know if you've noticed, I can't stand having a single thing in a box. I don't know if you've noticed that about me yet, but I can't do it. I hate, oh yeah. Yeah. I've gotten really like fast about deleting those because the people that come in and be bots. I mean, I don't understand why people do bot stuff. I don't really get it. Like, what are you going to achieve or hope to achieve by running a bot account for Twitch? Like, what's the goal there? To be sad, to be lonely, to have no friends. Like, what's your goal? I think maybe I should have got more salt as well. Actually, no, I have salt. What the fuck? I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're trying their best to do something about it, but I can't imagine it's very easy to navigate. Alright. So I think right now my goal is I need to get more stuff, yes. But I think we're kind of good. I need to get shampoo. I need to get regular cheese. I need to get moussaka. I need to get whatever the fuck that was again. And I need to get... Do I need to get this? Yes, I do. Thank you for banning. For some reason, the comment only let me, like... it only let me delete the comment. It didn't let me, like, ban the guy, which is weird. OBS version of Twitch is kind of... fucky. It's fucky-wucky. Technical term. There it is. The fucky wookies. Okay, so... Oh, really? My bad. I was just so quick to, like, get the fuck out of my face. So, I'm gonna need to get more tuna, more cheese, and I'm gonna need to get a little bit of everything, actually. Well, not a little bit of everything, but I need to get more tuna, more... Let me just hit the regular market, because I think that's where my priority needs to be of these two. Yeah, is there anything else I might be missing that's just not on the shelf because I oopsied? It would appear no. Okay, so we're gonna open the store. And we're gonna turn on the lights because no one needs to be walking into each other because it's too dark to see. We're gonna go over to the wholesale market. Hell yeah, teamwork. I love that. I love teamwork. And we're gonna park this bitch right here. We're gonna grab the potatoes. Potatoes. I'm not sure why I said it like that. Found a house that's a customer. Please do share. I would love to know more about my customers. It just sounds creepy as fuck. Like, tell me where my customers live. No, but seriously, where they live. I want to know more about them. in the least creepy way possible. And then says the creepiest thing possible. I don't think there's anything else I need to get extras of exactly. But I know as soon as I say that, I'm gonna need something, or something is gonna be, like, suddenly gone from my store, so I'm just gonna prepare. Prepare for it all. And then, I think I'll grab an extra water so I can refill the other vending machine. Because we have another vending machine on... Okay, fine. Don't fucking be like that. Let's actually not prioritize potatoes right now. Let's get more water in here. Thank you. A customer is waiting for help. Well, that's what the helper's for. What the fuck? Why you telling me? Alright, we're gonna stop traffic by leaving this here. I could probably make more money off of the vending machines once I unlock my next, whatever it's called, my next license. There's gonna be a license for soda at some point, so I'm hoping to get that at some conjecture. Let's go. Yes, we're leaving the trunk open. I do not give a shit. It's not gonna fly out. It's fine. We're all fine here. That way I can just keep going. It's great. It's great. It's fine. I also need to clean. Gotta clean. Or else people will complain that it's not clean. And it's very annoying because they will complain and they will give me an absolute headache about it. I'll lose store points. It's so bad. So unfortunate. I'll just throw that there. Even though as soon as I placed it there, I walked away and saw where it goes. And I was just like, of course. Every single time. Oh, nope. That doesn't go there. That doesn't go there at all. That's the downside of doing that kind of thing, is that you will accidentally put things where they do not go. Ooh, a delivery! 1 second. Because I know this delivery is probably going to be something that I haven't stocked yet, or I am low on, and it's going to be kind of a bat out of hell. Let's see. Four eggs. Why does it give me, like, no time to do this in? And I don't even have any bleach. Wait, no, I do. Simon Hicks. All the fucking way over there. God damn it. No! Okay, it expired. So, whatever. Hi, Luna. How you doing? Are you telling me to hydrate? Are you hydrating, my dear? Are ya? I don't think she can even hear me. But yes, I will hydrate. I have like 70% ice in this bitch. Thank you. Please also hydrate. Alright, what's this next order? Golly. We don't even have some of these items. Fuck. Okay. We need dishwasher tablet. We need... Oh my god. They need like a bunch of stuff that I do not have. And I don't think I'll have the time to run and get it right now. So we're just gonna have to do that cardinal sin of ordering it. It's fine. We don't need that. We don't need that. I almost ordered it, and we definitely do not need it. We're at 10K! Ayy! Ayy! Oh. I'm so nosy. I want to be so nosy, but this is not the best time to be doing that. Thank you. I'm so nosy about it, though. Did I not order the dishwasher tablet? Oh no, because I have dishwasher tablets. Oh no. I remembered lights. I'm very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself for remembering. Jesus Christ, it's so dirty! Okay, let's continue. Rice. Nope, that's not rice. Why do you want so much rice? Giddy. No! Okay. And we're running. This is where you're like, Val, you have a car. Yeah, it would actually take longer for me to get in the car and drive over here to get the tuna. So we're doing it the old way. It's okay. It happens. Golly, that lady wanted everything in my store. Jesus. And of course we're leaving the trunk open, because that's what we do here. I will not be argued with on it. It's just what we do. Welcome to Home Art. We leave our trunk open. Yes, that is an innuendo. So glad you noticed. Since we're over here, we'll just go ahead and grab a couple more. Welcome to Home Art. We'll leave our trunk open for you. Yes, thank you. Thank you for pinning that. Because in my mind I was like, I should pin that, but Pisces got to it. Thank you. We share the same brain cell. Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Luna. Are you just gonna send hydrate reminders all afternoon? I feel like I asked a stupid question. I know you. You will send me a bunch of hydrate reminders, because you did that yesterday. Yeah, she's pretty thirsty. She's got, you know, I don't know what kind of joke I could make to that, because I just, nope. I'm still stuck on Welcome to Home Art. We'll leave our trunk open for you. Thank you. Alright. All is good in the world. We have cheese and we have sushi. All is good and well in the world. We don't have to stress anymore. Life is simple. We are almost at 11K. Can we believe that? No, I can't believe it. Yeah, right? Yeah, Luna, drink your water. I actually don't know that she is drinking water or not drinking water, but she should be drinking water. Yesterday, after she came home from her shift, she had like an 8-hour shift yesterday, and I was like, did you drink any water today? She's like, yeah, I had 4 bottles of water. And she said it very proudly, and I was very proud of her. But then I realized you had all that water while you were at work, and I have no way of proving that you actually had that water. And she gave me the dorkiest shit-eating grin I've ever seen her have, and I'm like, I can't tell if she's full of shit or not. Yeah, I mean, she usually has her, AirPods with her, so I don't know if she's actually listening or not, but it's very likely that she's not, because she generally doesn't do that. Do we have milk? I didn't check. Products must be the same. Yo mama. Put your junk in our it's beautiful, thank you. It's glorious, actually. It's not just beautiful, it's glorious, thank you. We could make, like, lists of these, like, just, welcome to Homart. We'll leave our trunk open for you. Welcome to Homart. Put your junk in our trunk. And you know what this is? This is actually reminding me of Parks and Recreation a little bit, which makes me happy because that's like one of my favorite shows. I also usually do like a yearly rewatch of that show, but I haven't for a while, so I'm very behind on it, on doing my rewatch, so I might take some time to do that soon. I love Parks and Rec. The thing about Parks and Rec, it does take some time to get started, but I think a lot of shows are guilty of that. I think, like, even The Office. Like, The Office is a highly praised show, and even that show had its issues with, like, kind of having its identity of what kind of show it wanted to be, what the actors wanted their characters to be like, you know. So I think all shows kind of suffer from that in their own specific way. I think I need better lighting in here because this is abysmal. Okay, I'll just put it there. It is, as we all say, a comfort show for me, so I watch it every once in a while. There's some episodes that I will skip though because I don't particularly care for them. Just because the episode didn't personally like, I didn't find it very funny or very interesting. It kind of drags on for me. I won't say which episode it is, but if you have an episode of Parks and Rec like that, I'd love to hear what yours is. Oh, oh. Okay. Any and all pictures that you are comfortable with sharing with the class, I'd be more than happy to look at. Where did I? Oh yeah, I had the milk next to the cleaner. Oh, it's well done. Good. Stick a fork in it. It's well done. That's beautiful. I love when you go into someone's house in Final Fantasy XIV and you see, like, a house. And you're like, wow, this person really knows how to decorate. Or sometimes, and just sometimes, you'll see a house that's that. It's also acceptable and wonderful, and I love it so much. People are just so creative in that game. So tomorrow I will be playing on my Lalafell tomorrow. Her name is Wind Up Val because she is the wind up version of my Vera. She's still in the very depths of ARR. She has not really gotten that far from ARR beginnings, so she's like level 32 quests right now, I think. Of course. I walked into that house and I saw the Amric and Estinian and I was just like, yeah, the least creepy way, I'm in your house. I realized after I showed up, I was like, I'm in a person's house that I'm not really that close with, and I didn't really announce that I was coming. I just showed up. Also, I'm in your house. Alright, so I think we need to keep stocking, to be honest with you. There's still a lot we need to put on the shelves, but I think we'll be good for tomorrow's reset. Because I don't know about the rest, y'all, but I was raised with some decorum of, like, don't show up at people's houses unannounced. But also, like, this is a game. Like, it's a video game. It kind of doesn't matter. But I also don't want to be that person that's like, oh, we don't play by these rules. We play by my rules. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the right etiquette is, so I'm just like, I'm in your fucking house. What up? Alright, so we're a little behind on cleaning stuff for the store, so I'm definitely gonna have to run and grab more of that. I think we need to reassess what we actually need, though. Are we serious with the singular french fry? Come on. Come on. Alright, so we definitely don't need to get more oil, but we should probably get more pasta. Okay, we probably should get more of this oil, though. Not the green one, the other one. Let's see, let's see. You did, that's fair. But I also, like, I don't know. I'm a very, like, unfortunately, the Virgo in me is very strong where I'm just, like, must do things a certain way, you know? I've had to, like, take time to unpack just how bad it used to be, so this is the better version of it. Because I remember, yeah, social vampires. Like, I remember, Pisces and I had been, like, mutuals on TikTok for a really long time, like, for years, and I would message them TikToks and be like, I'm sorry for spamming you, I don't want to come off parasocial, like, we're closer than we are, and I'm sure they were like, girl, shut up. Yeah, I'm very, like, I think that's the tism, though, because I'm very, like, if you don't invite me specifically, I'm gonna think I'm being specifically left out for some reason. And I had to learn how to get over that, because it has, in fact, been a problem. Oh, Val, from several years ago, you're such a silly person. I never noticed this. Is this a restaurant? You can't really see it, but there's a bunch of tables and stuff. It's really dark, so it's really hard to see, but there's, like, tables and chairs and shit. And it kind of gives the feel of a restaurant. Okay, one product was found expensive, and it won't tell you which product, it just says it. So that's great. Oh, stuff is changed. Oh, I keep going in there. Okay. Gotta change the prices, so we gotta do that real quick. Let's remove this, because we're not ordering it off the store. I get that, because I'm friendly and I like people in community, but people don't know boundaries in social media. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, I've unfortunately had quite a bit of run-ins with people who kind of assume that because you are friendly and because you are sociable, you're nice, you smile a lot. And especially if you're femme presenting in any sort of way, or people are perceiving you as a woman, there's, like, this certain, I think, perception that you are automatically inviting people to be closer to you than you actually are, just because you're friendly, just because you have capacity to be nice, that you're suddenly a mother to them. It's like, no, I'm not your mom. I'm barely a person's friend, and they're, like, trauma dumping on me. So it's just like, okay. So this went up in price. It's $8.66. So I'm gonna use my calculator because I'm bad at math, and it's now going to be $8.91, according to my math. Okay, so this one's $4.42. It went down in price. I think it's a combination of things. It's like, you could be femme presenting, but you can also be, like, if you're a neurodivergent person, There's the risk of like people not understanding how you're coming off. So having to be clear with people all the time about like boundaries and intentions, and on the internet no less, is like it's a lot of work. It is indeed a lot of work, but I think you can find the right people. I think it's worth still working through it because you can find the right people who will respect you. All right, so prices have been changed. I don't want to do my orders right now because I don't really have enough product right now. I need to get water. I need to get... Wait, do I need to get water? No, I don't. I need to get butter, though. Yeah, we are talking about parasocial behaviors and how, like... How, especially, like, when you're femme presenting or other people perceive you as a woman, even if you aren't femme presenting, because you know there's the types, um, will ultimately treat you like you are more open and friendly than you actually are, just because you are extremely nice and extremely friendly. I find myself to be extremely nice and friendly, but I also think that there's some people who think I'm not friendly enough, I'm not social enough. It's like I also have to be respectful to my own boundaries because I'm not going to cross my own boundaries and risk you thinking that I want more to do with you than I actually do. And also, like, I love talking to people on stream. I love talking to you guys in chat, but I don't want to ever come off like someone who is automatically presumed to be like your bestie just because we got along on stream. I'm not saying I don't get along with people. There are people who will come into chat and immediately presume that you are ready to take on who they are just because you had a nice conversation one time. And that is something I think, like, friendships and romantic partners are very similar in the way that you need to kind of like court the relationship in a sense. You need to kind of take your time and recognize, like, if there's anything about your relationship with each other that is not necessarily harmful, but just you might not get along. You can't assume closeness. You can't presume intimacy is possible if it is. Where did you come from? Did you guys see that? Oh, my game's glitching out. How cute. My game is glitching out a little bit. That's funny. But yeah, what I said. I lost track of what I was saying because this little box of salt distracted me. Yeah, it just like rolled around. I was like, hello. So I have an extra box of salt I didn't know about. That's cool. People think you're a bitch or hypermaniac. Honestly, I think this is okay. This is just gonna be. This isn't me fishing for you guys to tell me an answer. This is just genuinely what I think people see me as. So when I meet people, I think people think of me as like super nice, super friendly, but then like they don't recognize that I'm maybe not always like that. And so when I kind of go into my own like shell sometimes because I'm a Cancer moon, I do that. We kind of go on our own shell sometimes. People will think I'm being a bitch and standoffish and rude and weird and oh she's moving weird because of this and that, and it's like I'm not really moving weird, just because I can be quiet sometimes and I'm not always in the mood to talk to people, like, and it's not even like a lack of mood to talk to people, it's just I just sometimes do not socialize. I don't reach out. I'm not that person who's like in your DMs. I will message you if I think something that I think you'll find funny is funny, or I want to ask you, hey, how are you doing? We haven't talked in a little bit. But I'm not that friend that's going to be in your DMs constantly up your ass wanting to talk every single day. I used to be like that. I used to be like that because I thought that's what friendships were supposed to be like. But I realized even for me, that's not realistic to who I am. And it's setting up a standard for myself that I can't keep up with. And thus, I will confuse and upset other people who expect that of me because that's become the standard and don't realize that I might be burnt out constantly socializing. I did have friends before that were neurodivergent, but I think they had a lot of internalized grief with their neurodivergency, where they didn't realize that they too were also getting burnt out from over socializing. So it became like I was the bitch because I wasn't constantly in their DMs, I wasn't checking up on them. When it's just like, also, do you think that people are supposed to be constantly checked up on? You don't even want to constantly check. Yeah, it's like, and every man's thought, oh my god. Yeah, customer service in general is like really tough on a neurodivergent person because we're just trying to be nice and do our job and people think we're flirting. Oh right, you're saying how you invited me over Estinian house. I will say, I will say that because I saw your chart, my first thought of your house was this is definitely reflective of your placements. It was definitely like I can see your chart in your house. Like it was really cool. I love when you can like see somebody's chart in real time. Um, Parallel play is my favorite thing to do. Um, Body doubling, I think it's also called for like adult neurodivergence. I remember when we all started talking about body doubling in the moon base, and I remember Luna going, "Oh yeah, that sounds good, yeah," and she's saying it with that tone that I've known Luna for like God, like 14 years, so I know when she says things with a certain tone that she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's just agreeing with you that it's good because she knows you're excited about it. So I would sit there and be like, you don't know what body doubling is because she had never heard the term before. So I decided to explain it to her. And I was like, "Well, you've heard of parallel play with toddlers, right?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's great for them. It's great for their like socialization skills." I'm like, "Yeah, it's body doubling is like the neurodivergent adult version of that." And she's like, "Oh, we do that all the time. I love it when we do that because I get to do my own thing, you get to do your own thing, and we don't stress over like if we're spending time together. We just get to hang out next to each other." I'm like, "Yeah." And it's still considered spending time together. And she's like, "Oh my god, I love that. Let's do that." I'm like, yeah, she's very funny like that. She's that person that doesn't know certain phrases and certain celebrities. So if you tell her like, "Oh, it has this actor in it," you have to list off the things that she might have seen that actor in. To and be like, "Oh, it's the guy who played this person in this movie." Oh, okay, I know who that is. There are some actors she knows, but not a lot. She's silly like that. I love people who don't know celebrities. There's a celebrity who has like a funny or die talk show where she tries to guess Tig Notaro. She tries to guess celebrities, and it's the funniest thing ever because those celebrities get so humbled, and it's the most joyous thing ever. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick detour back to the gas station because I don't want to pay another $50 to tow my car. I know I have plenty of money, but that's not really the point. It is cheaper to just tow your car than to drive it around everywhere, but also you still have to fill it with gas. And yeah, the gas is cheaper in the sedan than it is in the truck, though. Parallel body doubling is truly my favorite, especially since, yeah, like the thing that's interesting about I think being neurodivergent in general is that sometimes you don't necessarily have to be in a bad mood to not want to talk to anybody. I don't think I have to be in a bad mood to just not be in the mood to talk. And I think that's kind of why like streaming's a good way for me to socialize. where I can socialize about what I want to socialize about, but I generally find people also want to socialize about those things. Whereas, like, the people that are available for me to socialize with in my current situation, we socialize about much different things. So it's a nice, like, interchange of, like, what we're socializing about. Or if we're socializing at all, for that matter. Okay, I think I needed to get stuff from the other market. I actually think I forgot something at the dairy mart, so we're gonna run back there. We're gonna squeeze back here. This is where we're going. We don't need roads. This is that vibe. Oh, I wonder if I could get a mod in here for a DeLorean. That would be pretty fun. I would like that. So I was actually supposed to come in here and get salmon because I was low on salmon. And we don't want to forget the thing that we came here for, because that's crazy. I'll get an extra one for reasons. So I don't think that's a lot of space left, so we can drive back. We can drop this off, and we can go get our other stuff after. I also worked retail during COVID, so for that reason alone, I hate, hate working retail. I don't like to use the word hate. It is a strong word. I don't like that word. It's a disgusting and sad word, but that is, with confidence, I can say something that I actually hate was working retail during COVID. I had been working at that particular place since I think 2017, and it was around August of 2020 that I literally had to quit working there because I just couldn't take it anymore. I already hated working there because my boss was, well, I don't want to say she was a bitch. She had a reason to be. Like, I believe all women have a reason to be a bitch, but she was a bitch in a way that I don't think she had a reason. I don't think she needed to be a bitch in the ways that she was. But I also don't know her life, and I don't know if I was doing something that particularly, like, because the thing is, like, I am an undiagnosed neurodivergent person who had grown up in abuse, and I do have a very strong opinion without any sort of proof that people with BPD or undiagnosed BPD are neurodivergent girlies who went their whole lives without any help, right? And went through a tremendous amount of abuse and are dealing with the PTSD from that. And I was not always the person that I am. I wasn't always an easy person to deal with. I was a very difficult person to deal with for a very long time. So I don't know what kind of person I was to her for her to have behaved towards me the way that she did. But I will say there were plenty of times that I do know I was doing the absolute best that I could have been, and I still got treatment from her that was like, did you really need to say slash do that? Because she's just rude for no reason. You're so valid for people are unleashed. Yeah, it was interesting too because we had a pretty strong policy of people not bringing in their own bags, and people still did it. And people were complaining a lot. They were like, I don't want to buy a bag. It's 10 cents. It's so expensive. I'm like, you bought $200 of groceries. You knew it was the height of COVID. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Thank you, by the way. Like, it was a crazy time period for everybody, I'm sure. I don't want to act like I had the worst experience ever, but it was tremendously exhausting. I'm really glad that around that time I got into my tarot business because that was what gave me the financial support to be able to quit. And I also had a lot of support from my partner who was like, hey, if things don't work out with your business, just know you were right to quit, and I just want you to be happy. Just be happy. I'll support you. I think people in general confuse being stern and assertive with mistreating or controlling. that's the thing. So she had, I'll give you an example of things that she did that I was like, I don't think a boss is supposed to be doing that. So I was given the head cashier, like, tasks of training every person that came in, and also didn't get paid to train people, by the way. I wasn't being paid any more than any other cashier, and I was basically being expected to be head cashier. At the time, I didn't have a lot of self-worth, so I didn't like see a problem with it. I was appreciating the trust that she had in me, but really she started expecting me to basically act as the manager as well. Whenever we had rude or pushy customers come in asking for the manager, she would have me act as manager even if she was on site, because she was quote unquote too busy to deal with them. And I got fed up with that at a point, because there were people who would come in just being very like, I need to complain about this, and this. And didn't have any control over what I was saying. I couldn't promise anything because I wasn't the manager. I was just out on the floor when she supposedly couldn't be. So I would just, okay, let me go get the manager and go get her. And she would be really pissed at me because she's like, I don't want to deal with the customers because I have stuff to do. I'm like, that's nice, but you're here to be a manager, so fucking be a manager. I don't have the say that you think I have to be able to handle these. She's like, oh, just lie to them. I'm like, girl, yeah. Yeah, so she was also very like, she was one of those we're a family here kind of managers, so I already knew going into working there that it was going to be a nightmare, but I just, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a good time, but she also had some pretty inappropriate like personal conversations with me, like I was her daughter sometimes, like just about her like personal life, and I would just be like nothing too egregiously personal, stuff that I think that most like bosses and employees say to each other. But I do want to say, as much as I hated working for her and I quit, I was so happy to quit. And I also drove past there a few months ago. I found out that store got shut down, and so did their main branches in Texas. So that store and its other stores, that franchise no longer exists. I do feel vindicated. I also felt like, even aside from the very personal conversations she kept trying to have with me, I felt that she was also, like, this way that store run was very, like, inappropriate. They would spend so much money on products that I and every other cashier knew didn't really sell that well, because their upper management told them to sell it, to buy a bunch of it and sell it. And then we would end up having a bunch of spoiled or near spoiled products. And they're like, oh, just put a discount on it. It's like, no one's going to buy this. No one's going to buy that. We were, we were working at a Japanese market. And a lot of the people that came in were extremely picky about, I don't buy spoiled products. I don't think anybody really is, but they were very, like, on top of it. Like, extremely, like, a lot of our customer base was like, hey, this is going to expire. You can't sell this for max price, and the discount's not high enough for me to buy this. And I'm like, I don't have control over that. I'm so sorry. And I would get so much flack for it. And I'd just be like, I can't help you with that. I can't help people with that. Yeah, like, thank you for that. Because I also, like, I mean, occasionally I have a moment where I'm like, I overshare or I dump on somebody a little bit, and that's something I have to kind of work on. But I also feel like, sometimes it's like, even if you don't have a very personal relationship with somebody, in some contexts, like, the conversation is kind of like, are you guys seeing that? Okay. Anyways, that was weird. I do have a problem with oversharing, but I think I've gotten better when it comes to just oversharing when the context is important. Like the context is necessary. We also have an ad break coming like literally in a minute, so if you guys need to go stretch, hydrate, do all that, please do that. I'm still gonna be here taking care of the market. The marquee, if you will. Did I just put that in the wrong fucking place? Oh my god. I'm so good at organizing. Tetris. Exactly. It's Tetris. It puts people in an awkward position because if they say no, they may be fearful of yeah, like, exactly. I used to be like that with doing like readings because not everything you can say in a reading is particularly necessary. I would pick up on certain energies and realize that's probably not necessary to add, but also with readings, you kind of can't distinguish entirely what is actually necessary to the reading. You can only, like, hey, I kind of noticed this. I'm not going to dive into it too much, but if you want me to, we can discuss it later. Like, there's a way to navigate it. So being an oversharer as a reader isn't too bad, but I understand in other spaces it is abysmal. Okay, so I think we are completely stocked up. We have some extras available. Hi, Luna. Thank you for the hydrate reminder. Please also hydrate. I'll get to that in a second. I'm trying to make sure I have all these extras. Yes, I have plenty of stuff to go around. Maybe I have some extra potatoes. I have extra coffee. I have extra tea. I don't have extra bread, but that's not like it's hard to get. Okay. Because we want extras in case, you know, it runs out, obviously. We have too much salt. We have way too much salt. So we're good on salt. We're still good on oil. We probably should get more of that. I think we're good on a majority of the stuff. We just probably need to go get some more bread, and that's about it. So I'm just going to open the store, because we just need to make one quick trip to get more bread, and maybe, like, more cereal, stuff like that. But I think we're doing good. I don't want to overspend on extras, because, I mean, yes, we do need it, but the prices could go down tomorrow, and I would spend way too much money on everything when I could have waited. I could probably also clear up these boxes. Maybe. Let's put the bread in there. That's the priority. Oh, let me hydrate. I don't want Luna yelling at me later like, you didn't hydrate! I question that every single day. Apothec, every single day. That I'm in like, if every time I go to Imperium, I see it and I'm like, who built this shit? Who structured this place? I must know, I must have answers. I must know for research purposes. A customer is waiting for help. Oh no, that sucks for them. They're gonna have to fucking wait. I will probably need to invest in a trash can for this area. No, none of these trash cans are actual trash cans. There is only one trash can in the entire map. And people complain constantly on the internet about it. So what they did, the devs were like, thank you guys for playing Supermarket Simulator. We're gonna add trash cans to the game so that you can have trash cans. What a mess. Alright, let's see. I think I need to clean. Because it's getting grimy again. A man buying a case of fries -1. Jesus Christ, it's going crazy in there. I will not hire a restocker yet. I will be good. I will do my job slowly but surely. I will not rush. I will take my time. I will not panic. These are my mantras for getting through the game. That's crazy. It's so dirty in here. Oh my god. The loan is calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. You're absolutely right. At some point in the game, you can unlock a $50,000 loan, and I am tempted every day by it, but I have to like hold back because the payments for it are like $6,000, and every single time you are late on a payment, it adds an extra like $400. So it's like, don't be late. Can't be late. Use me. We can add that to, yeah, just like real life. Expensive and depressing, just like in real life. There's a lot of people in my store. See, this is why you buy extras of stuff, because I just put all that up there and it's already flying off the shelves. I mean, that's great for business. We want our products to fly off the shelves. We want to be able to sell the products that we invested our money in. But look at me run. Look at me running everywhere. Like a crazy person. It's like a Trader Joe's up in yeah. That's making me think of the ice cream at Trader Joe's. There's like, someone stole. I don't want to chase them though. Oh no. I hate when I use the wrong skill and I'm trying to craft. I mean, to be fair, I might potentially not craft the normal way and might be using some type of magic to do it. But you didn't hear that here. Damn, I am running out of everything. What the fuck? I need french fries. Who doesn't need a good french fry? We are at 12K. I don't know what goal we should have had at the beginning of stream for what the end of stream goal should have been. Because we're already have like 1 more hour of stream. I know, it's gone super fast. But we have 1 more hour of stream. You know what? 20K does sound doable. It actually 100% sounds doable. 18 to... So there are degrees of magic. I don't judge, but I feel it's a bit weird to use magic. I couldn't agree more. I think that we deserve to have things like butt sliders and things like that. By the way, I do have an alt named Butt Slider. I should play on him on stream. But I think, like, yeah, I think I agree where it's like you want to kind of feel like you're still playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm the same way. I only use, like, I use Mimi magic. Like, I have one that turned the Regalia into my Vera doing the gritty. And people can still sit in the car next to me and look up at me while I'm doing the gritty. So, it's worth it. It's worth it to be able to do. I do think we need longer and curlier hair. I'm a bit upset at the fact that we don't have that capability. That we don't have longer hair. I'm also upset with Yoshi P saying, how would we animate that? It'll clip through. My good sir, we already have stuff clipping through, and we deal with it just fine. Give us the damn hair. Please and thank you. With a forehead smooch. Figure it out, exactly. I will give you a forehead smooch as I tell you to figure it the fuck out. Because we have things clipping, like, I see plenty of dancer glams, for example, and their hands are clipping through their weapon. And nobody bats a fucking eye about that. I mean, I do. I judge. I'm upset about it. Right? Plus, I've been seeing all this stuff with the mobile game and what the mobile game's accomplishing, and I'm just like, if we got that in the mobile game, then who knows what we can do in the actual game? Because the mobile game actually has better graphics in some cases than... We just gotta find out when Yahi has hidden coastal cell. We gotta threaten his yacht privileges. uh... Do you think Yoshi P actually has a yacht? He doesn't seem like the type of person that would keep a yacht. He seems like the kind of person that, like, owns other expensive things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to judge, like, the idea of him having a yacht, because it's possible. I don't know him personally, but there's a part of me that's like, I don't think he's a yacht person. I think he's more of like a expensive car person. Or like collectibles person. Like he seems like the type of person that has really expensive collectibles in his room or in his house in general. Yeah, exactly. I noticed too, he had that weird answer when because I was at FanFest, he was asked about why dragon women can't be thick. And I feel like that applies to all the other playable races. Like, why can't we have thicker Rose? Why can't we have thicker, like, literally any other of the feminine races? They're all kind of dainty in comparison to their male counterparts. And he was like, it's a genetics thing. And I'm like, that is the most bullshit fucking answer. How is that a genetics thing? Please tell me, sir. And I don't mean any disrespect to Yoshi P when I say that. It's just, it feels a little bit like a cop-out answer. You know? Like, it doesn't feel like a legit answer. But you know what? You know what? I kind of feel like he gave out a lot of cop-out answers during FanFest because, truthfully, they might actually be working on something and they don't want to spoil it for anybody. They want it to be surprises for the Berlin FanFest and also the Tokyo FanFest. So he didn't want to maybe spoil something. So I'm going to hold out some hope about it and not be too much of a Debbie Downer about it. But I'm watching. I spent 6 hours because I'm a Virgo editing. You know what's funny about that is the sixth house in astrology is usually the Virgo house, so that's added bonus funny to me. But I do think we're gonna get more character creation stuff in the future. I do think we'll be able to edit more in the future. I think they're just still working on it, so they don't want to give us any like they don't want to give us any promises right now that they can't really keep to a specific one because like I said, they're still working on it. And ever since the CEO was like, we're gonna give him money, I have a feeling they're gonna start implementing some more stuff. Okay, so we need to fill up on beach cleaner, bleach. Dish cleaner. It's dish cleaner, Val. What the fuck do you mean beach cleaner? My job is beach. That was a good movie. It was everything I hoped it to be. It is fantastic. Okay, we are... I think we're almost done. I wanted to do this at night, so in the morning I can just run a few errands and not all of the errands, but it looks like I might have to still run a bunch of errands because when you do a reset, it also might update the prices, so I might have to buy extras of stuff. Oh, I need veal. I think we're out of veal. Or do I have veal? I don't have any more. Oh no. But I have other stuff, right? No, I don't need cheese! I have plenty of milk and I have plenty of water. I can keep restocking in the morning. I can go get veal and cheese. Maybe. Okay, what did it say I needed to have this? Yes. What pisses me off is that the butter, you don't get the butter from the meat and dairy. You get the butter from the wholesale. And I find that very strange. I find that very upsetting and very strange. Because what do you mean the butter isn't with the other dairy? What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean by that? Is there, like, logic to that I'm not understanding? Like, what's the reason? Cardi B, what was the reason? I should get more french fries as well. More honey, more powdered sugar, I mean. More cereal. More rice. I'm gonna forget by the time we get to the store in the morning. So maybe I should do it now. I think that's what that means. We should do it now. Yeah. Do we have this? No. Coffee. And potatoes. Okay, so french fries. All the honey and sugar. And then coffee and potatoes. I will probably not remember any of that, but that's okay. And I need to get veals. Veal chop. I can remember. I can do this on my own. I got this shit. Oops. I don't got this shit. Alright, let's run in here. We need this. Yeet. We need this. Also yeet. We definitely need potato. All the potato. Because we also need frozen french fries. Which I really want some french fries. So, okay. I'm going to say something very, very controversial. And, you're fine. I look forward to the spam. I will be saying something controversial within the next 5 minutes. You are fully welcome to judge and criticize what I say, because I understand it is controversial. However, if you do agree with me, I would like to know, because this is something that has been weighing on me for a long time, and the controversy of it all is starting to kind of weigh on my spirit, and I need to share it with the world. I live in California. That's not the controversy. I'll get to it at the end. I live in California, and California is known for a little burger place called In-N-Out. Here comes the controversy. I don't like In-N-Out. That's all. I don't like it. I will say that I think burger places being kind of eh. I very rarely like burgers to begin with, but I know what a good burger tastes like, and In-N-Out IMO does not have good burgers. But for me, personally, a burger place is redeemable if their fries are good. Unfortunately, IMO, they are not. Also, Apothic, that is also my favorite burger place. I only went there a few times, but their burgers were really good and their fries were really, really good. I also agree that they need to bring Rally's back to me. Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I'll eat In-N-Out as well. So I moved to California in 2014. Um, I was 24. It was many years ago. And the first night I was here, it was insisted upon me that I get In-N-Out. And I agreed because we don't have In-N-Out in Florida. And I had lived in Florida pretty much my entire life, so I was really excited to try something that I had never had before. Come to find out that I instantly was like, this is the thing that everyone goes apeshit over? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's someone out there that likes it, and they're valid because that's to their taste. It's not for me. It's not for me. And I think that's okay, but I think it's actually a little bit funny how people have actually got upset at me for not liking it. I had it for dinner yesterday and they kind of overcooked all our burgers and the fries were disappointing. The line alone is very deterring. But yeah, the burgers are okay. The fries, I don't like their fries. I just don't like their fries at all. They're very, like, bland. I don't know. Does Habit have halibut sandwiches? You know what? I, as Apothic said, I do think they do have fish there. But I don't know if it's specifically halibut. But I would be really curious to see if they have. But yeah, the line there is absolutely atrocious. Do not like the lines coming out of In-N-Out. Yeah, fries are like the one thing you should not be messing up. If you are messing up French fries, please open another establishment. Please do something else with your life. Okay, where were we at? Salt. So I will say, speaking of salt, a good salt and vinegar chip place, oh my god, I could really go for like a fish and chip right now. Even though I'm going out and eating something that is fish related later. Are we seriously done yet? I am tired of stalking, but I don't want to hire anybody. Yeah, so my kind of like my kind of thing about going out to eat is if you're going to go to a burger place, the burgers have to be juicy, they have to be well seasoned, and the fries have to be good. If the burgers aren't good, at least let the fries be good. If the fries aren't good, then what the fuck are you doing? Genuinely, what the fuck are you doing? So during the pandemic, Soup Plantation, oh my god, Soup Plantation, which is a horrible name. I know it's called Sweet Tomatoes. Closed, and that was when I found out Safe Foods were, because I cried. Oh my god. I haven't been to Soup Plantation in a minute. Well, hello there, nice seeing you in my chat. There's a fish and chip place when I work over in Seattle that opens at 11 a.m. because the owner has a fish. Oh my god. I can only say I've had super fresh fish when I went to Japan. And, oh, thank you for the follow. I now have 80 followers. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for being number 80. Appreciate it. How are you today? Yay! Thank you for being my 80th follower. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay, I officially will need to start restocking the green oil again. It finally happened. I am done with the green oil, I mean. Okay, so we're gonna have to get veal chops and some extra cheese, but that's it. You miss Seattle. My best friend from high school lives in Renton. Oh, hopefully you can go see him soon. I've never been, but every single person I have met in my life that I've been extremely super close to has either lived there at some point in their life or speaks very highly of Washington. So there's gotta be something up there for me. You know what I'm saying? There's gotta be a reason to go. You know? I can think of at least two, but I'm just saying. Like, I've been wanting to see. I know Bigfoot is there. Hell yeah. More than enough reason to go then. I want to find Bigfoot. Alright, we need cheese. We would probably be smart to, like, kind of get more products, but, you know what? I think I shouldn't have bought extra eggs, but whatever. Me accidentally find the bridge. Wait, really? That's funny. I love that for you. Okay, we're good on extra products for now. My sister and her husband lived there, and they would go on hikes and see it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's one of the things that I want to do is I do want to see Oregon and I do want to see Washington because some of the scenery photos and stuff that I've seen on TikTok are just absolutely beautiful. I have had a couple of people that I've been friends with that live in Portland specifically, but I'm no longer friends with, so I kind of feel like I want to go to Portland, but I also can't stay there too long because I'm like, I know people here. I don't want to be recognized. People have vandalized the bridge troll. I need to know more about this bridge troll that I'm hearing about because I'm so intrigued by the bridge troll. Please tell me more. I love a bridge troll. I love a troll in general. Okay, I think we're good. I probably should restock the water. And maybe that's it. Potentially. It's a huge sculpture of a troll that someone made under a bridge. Someone vandalized him? I should look up pictures of him because I am so curious. Do I have extra water here? I do not. I should probably go buy some later. People do suck. I do need to go over to the market anyway to get more oil because I did officially run out of green oil. That's kind of crazy. I never thought that would happen. I never anticipated that sort of thing, but it finally fucking happened. Once I get all this stuff out of the trunk, I will go and get water. And also oil, because we miraculously ran the fuck out. Where did I put the... You're a native San Diego and we're getting to desert super boom season. Friends and I are playing. I wish you all the best. That sounds fun. You know what? I like hiking, but it really depends on your company. I'm sure you have fantastic company. That's not what I'm saying. But it really depends on who you're hiking with. Because I've been on hikes before, and if you don't have conversationalists in your group, I mean, I get quiet points in the events that you go to, but, like, I don't, particularly care for people who are quiet the entire time. Because I am a yapper. Hardcore yapper. This is actually the slowed down version of me. I can be quite talkative when I'm in the right space. I also move slow. That's okay. I also move slow. So we need to get water. I probably want to get more oil while I'm over there. Maybe a couple other things. But I definitely need to go get more. No, I don't need to get more. Okay, so the only thing I really need to get is more water and more oil. Let's see how we did. 4 products found expensive. Well, you can screw yourself. Because I am doing the best that I can. Why do I keep going there? Okay. Let's adjust these prices real quick. Use my calculator because I did not do well in school for me to not trust my calculator. Okay, so good, good, good. Okay, sure. I think the last time I went to San Diego was just for the zoo. And I loved the San Diego Zoo so much. But it's been years since I went. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they found expensive because everything's above 25 cents market, so there's not really any except for this. Maybe. Nope, that's perfectly fine. Why are people complaining? People love to complain. I do too, though. It's fine. I'm that person that if there's something to complain about, but you can fix it, try to fix it first. And if you've tried everything, then you can complain about everything you did to try and fix it that didn't work. And maybe someone will hear you and say, "Oh, I hear you, but did you try it this way? I forgot about my bills." But you see what I'm saying? We still have a lot of money. It doesn't matter. I'm just like, I forgot my bills. Whoopsies. All right, so water and green oil. Do we need anything else? I probably should check for flour. Okay, we need flour. Spaghetti, maybe. Nope, we need rice. So, flour, oil, water, spaghetti. And anything else our heart desires. Just not salt. We're good on salt for a minute. Okay. We did have some extras from last shopping trip, so we'll grab that. Gonna yeet that out there. Yeet that out there. Get some rice. Get some more rice because you need it. What did I say? I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. I think I needed flour too. And water. I remembered. I remembered everything I needed. Hooray. Where are we at? That's not bad. I'll probably grab some extra waters for the other vending machine. Not too much though. Hello. Okay, we're gonna grab an extra blue flower because usually when we run out of one thing, it starts to domino effect into all the other things that we run out of. So it's just safety precautions. Yes, it's buying extra stuff that we technically don't need right now, but one day you're gonna blink and you're gonna look up and you're gonna be like, where the fuck did all our stuff go? And you're gonna wish you had bought extras. I'm just saying. And I should have got that stupid trash can like I said I was going to. Why didn't I? I don't know. I have no idea. I like the boxes sticking out of the trunk space. It's really my favorite part of it. Alright, we're gonna run this over here real quick. I don't know why I didn't just stop at it when I was, like, passing by it, but you know what? It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna stick that there. Before I forget, and here's something really funny. I'm about to order. I'm about to order 2 extra trash cans for now. The trash cans are such a godsend because we didn't have these extra trash cans before. So now I can place them anywhere I want except for inside my storage. You would think could place a trash can inside of storage, but you just can't, and it's very stupid, and I really don't understand it. But we're going to drag this all the way over here so that we have a trash can here, and we can take care of extra boxes as we go. Another thing that I find very stupid is that the furniture that you buy off the market cannot fit inside of any trunk space, even if you have the truck. Which is so stupid. But, you know, maybe they'll patch that in the next update. Maybe they won't. Who knows? I'm going to put this bitch right here and take care of these boxes finally. And not have to carry them back to the other trash can. Very good, very good. Awesome. They won't let you. Yeah, they don't let you do it. I tried, and I think that's pretty silly. You can't even put it right outside the storage because there's stairs there and it's not considered a flat enough surface to be able to place the trash can there. And I find that ridiculous in so many ways, but we don't have time for me to complain about all the problems in this game now, do we? Maybe we do. Let's turn on the lights. Let's get the store going. Let's have a great day before we have to close stream. It's already almost the end of stream. I actually honestly cannot believe it. There's a floating box here for some reason. Does anyone know why that is? I know it's a glitch. I'm aware. But, what the fuck? Someone explain. Please explain. I don't understand. I don't know how time flies so much, but I think it's because we're having fun. We're hanging out. We're getting to see each other. I would like to stream for longer. Particularly today, I cannot because my partner will actually be home in about 45 minutes. So I only have a little bit of time to decompress before she's home. And then kind of, yeah, get ready for the rest of the day. Which, knowing her, she's gonna be like, do you want to play more Supermarket? It's doing it again. Do you guys see that? There's like a little floating box right there. Streaming is exhausting. It's fun, but it is really tiring. And usually my self-care... Oh, it's a demon box. It is. You're right. Usually my self-care post-stream is to shower, take an edible, eat some food, have a couple snacks, treat myself with a donut, all those things. I ran out of my favorite edibles, though, so I'm a little sad about that, but it's okay. These are small problems in comparison. Alright, we need to stock the cleaner. Where was it? Oh, it's not here. It's actually across the street. Teehee. Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Luna. It's one of the salt boxes, but for some reason it bugged out and it's floating. And that's kind of ironic, because salt is how you keep the demons out, isn't it? I think I remember that from my days as a spiritual bitch. What am I saying? I'm still a spiritual bitch. It's just been toned down over the years. Scrubby, scrubby. God damn. Here, go faster. Kind of ironic that the salt box is the demon box. Are you a witch? I'm not a witch. I think everybody's capable of witchcraft, and we are constantly doing witchcraft, and we don't even realize it. I mean, the things you say about yourself are spells, so why not? Okay, we need more toilet paper. People be buying the toilet paper like nothing. And we probably should buy more bleach. Eventually. Me telling my dad that Catholicism is... It is, though. I knew someone, during my boost on Twitter, tarot Twitter, I met someone who was I believe she was practicing, hoodoo, but she was also, I mean, like, hoodoo has a lot of Christian roots, but I believe that she was practicing under like specific Catholicism, and she used the Bible a lot in her practice and used a lot of like I don't want to misspeak on what she utilized in her practice, but she did have a very centered in Christianity or Catholicism rather in her practice. So it was really cool to see. And the thing that's funny too is like having like done like ancestral work, but also the fact that most of my, like, not most of my ancestors, but a good chunk of the people that have moved on from this life were Jehovah's Witnesses. And yeah, that was fun working through that religious trauma. Fun fact, before I wanted to be a nurse, I was hyper focused on theology, but didn't know what to do with it. I mean, the beauty of being a nurse is you can also kind of utilize that in your practice, because there is a lot of strong like connection to faith when it comes to the medical field. Not so much the nurses themselves, but I remember when had my stay in the hospital, they had some preachers coming through, and they were like, we do give you the option to pray over what's going on with you if you want to utilize it. And I was like, I don't pray like that, but I really appreciated that I was given that offer. Your great grandfather is a snake hand. Oh. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, Apothic. I'm not trying to call you out on any specific thing, but when I saw your chart, the first thing I thought was, I bet you have some interesting stories from your experiences as a nurse and other experiences in your life. And you're confirming that for me, so. Not surprising, but also surprising in a sense. Okay, we have more orders, and our shelves are empty. Quoting that Vine, this bitch empty. Yeet. That's gonna be me yeeting this box in the trash. Yeet. I'm just constantly restocking. When you play this on multiplayer, it's just constant restocking. It's constant fighting for your life, because multiplayer is much faster than single player. Like, when you play single player, your first, like, goal is to do 25 checkouts while you're also cleaning and restocking your shelves. And that's a lot. Ale and Tail Tavern? I can't say that I have, but I'm interested in looking into it, so I will do that post-stream. Thank you for recommending it. I did get a recommendation for a fortune teller, like a fortune teller version of this kind of game. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, because I think I had someone show that kind of game to me. but I can't remember if it's the same one. So I'll definitely look into it after stream. Thank you. I do like a good simulator game, a good, like, running a store type game. I don't know what it is about these kind of games that I like, but I generally blame the autism or the Virgo. I actually am not sure what the difference is. I cannot discern between my autism and my Virgo placements, but I think that's to be expected. We are at $14,777.28. That is quite a lot. I could upgrade to the truck, but then we'd have no money left. So we're not going to do that. I think having the sedan is perfectly fine. I don't think we need to upgrade necessarily. I do like the truck better, but it also eats so much gas, and I don't want to do that to myself because I'm a blossoming business. I don't need to suffer right now. I'm suffering enough with the process of it all. Is it a multiplayer game? Because it kind of sounds like a multiplayer game to me. Interesting. I will look into that because I like shop simulators, but I also really like multiplayer games. I accidentally got Luna addicted to the TCG games, so that's fun for me. Ooh, what do we need to stock? I'm losing track of shit. Let's see if we need to stock salmon. Yeah, I like games that give you the option of solo or multi. It's a nice way of dealing. Let's just kind of end the day and see where we're at. 55 satisfied customers. One product found expensive. Nice. Okay, so the sugar went up, the cleaner went down, and the milk also went down. So I gotta go adjust those. And maybe go buy some stuff because we are low on everything. I like games that I do too. I like games that like let you gather for stuff as well. I was really into Minecraft for a good while because of the aspect of you know, being able to kind of gather your own stuff and craft and all that. But after a while, Minecraft gets extremely repetitive, and I don't mind some repetition. I think repetition is good in some facets, but I think after a while, you want to have other things going on. At least in my opinion, I want to have other things to do. That's why, like Final Fantasy, you can do everything in that game. Everything. All right. Not $30, $3. Goddamn. All right, and then 367, 392. And that was it. Okay, cool. Capping out fishing in 2 weeks. Sunhaven? Oh man, maybe I should make a suggestions listing in my server. Because at this rate, I'm gonna need to keep track of it somehow. So I will go do that after stream. I will, maybe not after today, but maybe tomorrow I will make a listing in the server to suggest games. Because I really like having things suggested to me, but I also can never remember what's been suggested to me. So it's kind of an issue. WoW scarred me for fishing, so I was... Oh my god. So, I actually played a WoW copy, and that scarred me from fishing. So I understand completely. I get it. I couldn't afford to play WoW, so someone suggested that I play this copy of the game. And it was... I actually eventually played WoW, and I was like, this literally is this other game that I played. World of Warcraft. Okay, so here's my World of Warcraft story. I streamed it once and I played it a little while. Um, Maybe a maximum of 4 days I played it. I could not get into it. And it wasn't a bad game. I think it was just I was too pressed for time, but I also was able to find time for other games. So I think it kind of had to do with a little bit of like it just wasn't a game that I felt called to playing that I personally enjoyed. And I also felt like people were kind of too up their own ass about, oh, well, this is how WoW is better than 14. And it wasn't just one particular person comparing and contrasting it to my face. I'm like, I don't really care if they're different or the same or how they're different or the same. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to like one a certain way for certain things. And I'm going to like the other one for different reasons, for different things. So comparing and contrasting it to my face is really not going to help me decide if I like one over the other. The part I loved in WoW was role-playing, but like the RP community always has the same issues. Yeah. Yeah. I I like a good role play. I like a good sharing lore. I like when people allow their inner child to come out and play and be able to express that and feel safe with other people. Unfortunately, a lot of the time it's extremely unchecked behaviors that happen in adults. Like there's adults with a lot of unchecked bullshit that comes out even heavier when you're playing games and when you're, you know, kind of engaging in the role play situation. It's like you kind of have to like learn how to manage your inner child a little bit better before you start doing that shit. I'm not saying you, I'm saying just people in general. They just got housing. They've been asking for player housing since before 14 existed because yeah, like also isn't the housing for characters in World of Warcraft like expensive items too? Like not that the housing itself is expensive, I'm saying like the additions for it are like super pricey, aren't they? Because I remember seeing they had like some packaging for trees and the trees were like $75, like cherry blossom trees, and they were like $75 per like the pack. And you don't get a lot out of the pack apparently. I don't know, I saw something about it. I mean, like, the thing is, like, I played 14 for a very long time, and I still play 14, and I still have my complaints about it. I played WoW for a few days, and I had way more complaints. Yes, real $75. I had complaints about it, but I was also like, I hadn't played WoW for long enough for me to really, like, get a clear enough view that I was necessarily in the right about my complaints, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't feel I had enough of a say in that what my complaints were actually, like, super valid. Excuse me. So my main complaints, yeah, I can get a lot for $75. That's what I told, Luna when I was playing it. I was like, I don't think I can keep playing this. Okay, we can still restock eggs. Like, I paid for a month, and I was like, okay, let me just do a month of time on World of Warcraft and see how much I play, see how invested I get. And I made, like, a dragon character. Like, I was excited, because I'm like, I can make a dragon? I can be a dragon? That's, like, super cool, you know? But then I kept playing, and I kept noticing a couple things that were kind of irritating to me. One of the main things being, the story didn't really personally catch my attention. I was geeking the fuck out, dude. I was like, this is something that Final Fantasy needs to be doing. I need to be Like, yes, auras exist, and I love auras, but we don't look that much like dragons. We aren't really dragons, but we don't really look like them either. Like, there's no real, like, to me, auras look more like fish than they do like a dragon or a lizard, but that's maybe just my personal opinion. But yeah, I was really excited, and oh, I remember that character. I didn't get far enough in the story to really know, like, what happens next, and it was really personally hard for me to pay attention to the story because there's just so much going on. Um, but I did enjoy the setup of the areas that I was in. Um, I enjoyed the way the story was laid out, but I wasn't really drawn into the story itself, if that makes sense. Like, I appreciated how it was being presented to me, but it's like you can put the story on a silver platter but not be exactly intrigued by what's on the platter. You know what I'm saying? You can make it look fancy, but doesn't necessarily mean that I want to engage with what's going on here. And I enjoyed the play style of the game, but again, it was just really, really hard for me to get through. Ad break. Ad break. Come on, man. So we do have to end early, just for the sake of I need to kind of get ready for the day. So why did I get in the car? So we're gonna stop here now. Thank you for snoozing that. We're gonna just end here. I do want to say thank you for um, snooze those hoes. We snooze those hoes. Thank you guys for being here. Like, it wasn't really Warcraft. Oh yeah. That's another thing I noticed. It felt kind of like, I hate to say it in this terminology, but like a lot of it felt very racist and very weird. And I wouldn't say I think that the World of Warcraft story is racist. I think that it doesn't do enough to kind of explain the story being like how it is. If I'm making any sense, like the story just didn't present itself exactly right to me. It presented it well, but not in a way that I was really grasping it. I didn't feel encouraged to keep reading. I didn't feel encouraged to keep going, but that's a personal experience. Um, so if I ever do pick up World of Warcraft again, I'll probably go back to streaming it only. You have to look into other sources, and that's wrong. I agree. I don't think you should have to look into other places to know more of what's going on. That's why arrows. Yeah, that's kind of what it was for me too. Yeah. So we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting what I do. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Pisces, for being here. We missed you yesterday. Um, I am probably going to hit up Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. We're gonna continue our Lalafell journey um, through ARR. So if you missed anything from ARR, you'll definitely get to see it again here. And I'm kind of hoping to unlock Hildebrand on her soon because I really would love to Manderville Mambo at some point on my Lalafell as well. But yes, thank you for being here. Thank you also for supporting what I do. Just as a reminder, this will be up on the YouTube site later on for if you missed anything from the VODs or you want to see any previous VODs, want to see any previous content. We also have a Discord if you'd like to join it. It is available for seeing when I'm streaming, what my schedule is for the time being. I am streaming again tomorrow, same time as today. But that's about it. So see you all tomorrow, hopefully. If not, that's fine. We will see you again next Sunday, hopefully. Again, I don't know what my schedule is like sometimes because sometimes stuff kind of gets dropped on me. But hopefully we get to stream again on Sunday. But if I don't, I'll see you tomorrow and we'll see you again on Monday. Thank you all for being here and take care of yourselves. Have a good day and take care. Bye.